did that last time, didn't I? Hi, everybody! I'm all tangled up. Okay, there we go. Welcome back. This is more Chillin and Buildin. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome along. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. I appreciate it. Happy Wednesday. Hope it's not too early for you. If it is, fair play. Fair play being here, you crazy person. But I appreciate you all the same. We are back with Empyrion Galactic Survival, Reforged Galaxy 2.0 creative mode. Headphone bondage. What? Yeah. Good to see you all in the chat. Thank you very much. Let's see. Say some hellos, shall we? Hey, Lil Groot. Lil Groot was there right from the beginning.
Lovely.
Brett as well. Danimus. Not my name. Nocturne. The Knowing. The Knowing. Devil Helm. Gisberg. Solo. Carrier-Tecker. Dodosian. Deaconag. Who wants a muffin? Hello, sir. Mike Brown as well. Mike Harris. All the mics. Christopher. Lucian. Red Light Sniper, thank you very much. Jumping straight in there with a 26-month membership streak. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a good day. Sorry, I completely messed that up. Polyphus as well. Thank you very much for the 23 months resub. Happy to be celebrating another month with Spange and friends. Let us begin the Chillin and the building. Thank you, Polyphus. Much appreciated. Sparadius, thank you for the follow. Welcome along, buddy. Who wants a muffin? Hi. Tony, Zoom Zoom, WDC Night, good morning, Tasman as well. Hello, Void Knight, Rainy. What's going on, Andre? Dancecam, good evening. Yeah, good evening, Dancecam. He must be on the other side of the planet. And Dark One's here as well. Sorry, I'm just wolfing down a cup of tea. So I thought I'd just do a little bit more work on this thing today. And then I think I want to have another go at a SV today as well. If we got time to. I might get absolutely lost in this thing, but we can get a little SV build going. That'll be good. See what the new CPU weapon systems and things like that we can build an SV into. Now the SV is going to be interesting because I want Vulcan cannons. That's what I want. I'm not messing about. I don't even care about anything else. I just want a ship built around a pair of Vulcan cannons. Gotta be awesome. So yeah, we're gonna get on to that later. I want to get this pupper in a position where we're ready to sort of start texturing, basically, and we're happy with the block shaping and things like that. So last time, I mean, we did pretty well last time. I think we pretty much finished the outer hull here. We did some block shaping and some deco work, as you can see, and we kind of matched up the CPU with everything. So we are in a good position with this thing. Now, there has been an update for Reforged Galaxy 2.0. The Vermilion put out an update, and he did actually reduce the CPU cost of a few things. So actually, we've got back almost 25,000 CPU to play with there, and that's after we upgraded our plasma. We were over, I think, by about like 2,000 over or something once we swapped out these ion thrusters for plasma thrusters in an embarrassing era of no symmetry mode. So the whole thing now is actually pretty. Can I have the thank you? Pretty maneuverable. 56 left and right, 56 up. So you can do your spinny in this thing quite nicely. 35 forward. This is meters per second. Let me just do a quick calculation, actually. Do a quick calculation. What am I talking about? So 7,500 CPUs for an advanced ion drive, and it gives you 48 meganewtons of thrust. And an advanced gives you 15,000 CPU, so it's twice, and it gives you 96 meganewtons of thrust. Okay, so I do believe one of these is the equivalent of two of these, almost exactly. Nice. Yep. It's very neat and tidy. So from a creative point of view, where I've got a space of 4 gap wide, I could either put a thruster in the middle of that, at the plasma, or 2 ions like I've got there. And I think the 2 ions look pretty nice, pretty tidy, pretty sweet. Now, from a material cost, I should imagine 2 ions is probably more expensive than 1 plasma. But I think if I put 1 plasma in that space, it'll look silly. It won't look as good. So I quite like the way that the engines look there. If I may say so myself. Now, I did also want to look into the possibility of adding some additional lifty thrustiness here. And I was playing around with the idea of putting them around. Well, I was trying to figure out where to put them, actually, is where we got to, wasn't it? I was trying to figure out where to put them because we don't want to put them under the floor where we will be stood. That's the thing. And it might be I need to eat into the trussing that I've done here, because I did add these 6 plasmas here. And it does mean that we've got 56 up, so we should be good for a while, actually. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're okay, actually, on the thrust front. Vermilion! You can now copy and paste in Mirror now. Yeah, I did breeze very quickly over the patch notes. I didn't have a lot of time to check them out, but the Elion's latest update, they did add a bunch of new things down here. Auto detect parts. I don't really show blueprint parts. I suppose I need to take the blueprint first. But there's some new functions here. They've updated these. Looks different. Scale selection. My God. Control A, apparently, if I do a select. If I click that and then do Control A, it selects the whole ship in one, which is useful. That's a nice little speedy uppy bit. So yeah, they are trying to improve the creative side of things, which I think is brilliant, because ultimately anything that speeds up building is going to improve the quality and the amount of builds that we have available to us. So, Control A Pog. This is at the moment, Byte Scout. This is separate because the main mod Reforged Eden 1. Is still 1.9. Is the game window cropped? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hang on. Resolution issue. Well spotted. Thank you. There we go. Sorry about that. Also, hey, it's Scully. Very good. Yeah, you're kicking it. Absolutely right. Screen is off. Anyone else? Thank you, Nocturne, pointing that out. Sorry. Imagine forgetting to enable symmetry. ATX would be great. I checked my BPs and CVs were easily adapted to 2.0, but my SVs were way over CPU. Yeah. So I think that's the main thing. I think CVs are a little easier to adapt, definitely, but you are going to need to adapt the hull, in particular for more fixed weapons, I think, rather than the turrets, especially you want to take advantage of the new reforged weapon systems. So yeah, okay, so there's a little bit of work still to do on the inside. Now, we had our little cheeky generator sidebars here, and we've got lots of room in this thing. I quite like this ship because actually it's turned out, somewhat by accident, quite upgradable, really. There's lots of extra space in amongst things. Like, you take the warp drive out just briefly and you got access to this sort of shelf here for more storage, maybe. You got bits down the side for more fuel tanks or O2 tanks or extra generators, RCSs or whatever. You got space inside for crew, because we're going to quickly throw together some crew quarters in this section here, and space for crew up here as well. And we know that Reforged Galaxy's crew is going to be a big part of upgrading. And when you get these guys, they give you more CPU to play with. So more CPU, you can then upgrade your turrets to heavy equivalents, or add more turrets, so on and so forth, more shields. Now, I don't think we should add more turrets. However, I do like the idea of adding more shields, because one of the things the update did was actually reduce the amount of shields that the advanced shield generator gave us. I think we had 90,000 last stream, right? So that's dipped us down to 50, about 52,000 there. Blasted. Okay. So we might need to do a little bit of adjusting of our shield strength here and balance that with some CPU. So let's grab some of the small little shield extenders here. I think these guys. Yep. So we've got 2 capacitors and 2 chargers. That's all we've got at the moment. But we've got all this space here that we could sneak in some stuff. So we can add maybe, I don't know, what is, oh, I don't, wrong button. The CPU on this is 10,000. Well, we've only got 25,000 CPU. So that's a booster. 10,000, 10,000. So we can add 1 more of each. Or we can just add 1 booster and have a slower charging rate. Well, I don't like that. I don't like the slower charging rate. For a ship like this with maneuverability, I like the fasty chargy. So let me just 1 second. Need to see how fast it charges shields. Take the shield generator out. Pop it back in again. Reset shield strength. And then turn the shield on. So 54,000 shields. Begin charging. Uses 32% of the power generation capacity without any of the thrusters firing. I thought you turned that off. Yeah. Hang on. That applies to AI too. You saw how hard it was for you to crack a frigate's shield. Okay, cool. So AI shields are down as well. Cool. That's nice. That's chunking along really quickly. That's nice. That is a nice recharge for a CV. What shield did you put in? That's an advanced. Needs more ammo boxes. Hey, Owen. There we go. That is actually quite a nice recharge rate. I like that. See, the thing is with a quick recharge rate like that is you can get it out of a fight and then back in a fight before the AI recharges its shields. So, give me a second. What the frigate's got 143, 115. Right, so these guys have probably got more shields than they should have because their shields are reset, right? Let's turn the shields back on and off and on again, and it may reset them back. We're obsessing about shield recharge. I'm guessing combat CV. Yes, light combat corvette, I would say. Difficult with... I want to build another CV at some point, and I want to play straight into Vermilion's playbook here with Reforged Galaxy. I don't know, 43%. Well, okay, whatever. I want to build an absolute beast of a battleship, basically. There we go, that resets. Nice, okay. Sweet. So each hit, we're dropping a couple of percent by the look of it. I mean, couple of that. Bear in mind that plasmas aren't necessarily designed for anti-shield here. We'd have a much quicker rate with lasers, but also with plasmas they can do hull as well. So meanwhile, we're dancing around this thing best we can, trying to down its shields. My other turrets are also firing as well. I wonder about replacing some of the missile turrets with lasers. Actually, would probably be beneficial. Yeah, my generators hit 90% then. Ooh, I've overcooked it. It'll take a little while, innit? If my turrets were lasers as well, it would actually go a lot quicker. It just recharged a little bit because it took so long to reload. Wouldn't happen with the turrets firing, of course. Definitely better than it was. Still slow with just 2 plasmas. So I figure, yeah, with a battleship, you could get a lot of shield strength from the blocks themselves. Ah, that went up to 80% again. Cheeky bugger. More pew pew forward firepower, yeah. But the trade-off is either you commit your forward weapons to anti-hull or anti-shield. If you try and split them, then you're not going to have very many of either. Based on trying to get this thing to be as maneuverable as a Corvette is in the current game, I've used a lot of my available CPU up on thrusters. And shielding, I suppose. So I could very much get the shields down a lot quicker if I swapped these plasmas out for laser cannons. But then I wouldn't be able to do very much to the hull. But the plasma cannons are kind of like your jack of all trades. They can do shields. They can do hull. They're not the best at either. Although, you know, during the testing last stream, I did find them actually really good against hull. The fact that they do actually do shield damage as well was a bonus and the reason I chose them, really. But yeah, I suppose you can land every single shot consecutively. Within a few minutes, you can down the shields on a frigate. And it would be a lot quicker if my turrets were firing, because that would interrupt the recharge. I do think that swapping out the rockets for the lasers would be beneficial here. Obviously, every minute that you're in firing range of this thing is, you know, it's going to be downing your shields probably quicker than you're doing it, so... Want to buy rate of fire buff. Yeah. 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 9! Come on! 17, bitch. 24, you son of a bastard. Every bit of progress. And the damn thing recharges. Reforged 2 available in early access beta alpha. You need a direct link to find it. You can usually find the link on streamer Discord's late spans, yeah. I believe if you're on YouTube, check the description of this stream. The link to the workshop page is in the video description. If you're on YouTube. Oh, come on! It was so close. Use light plasma if you want faster fire rate. Yeah. We did it! We did the shields down, guys! Oh god. Now the real work begins. Yeah. Now try and do that with it shooting back. Yeah, several direct hits to the front there. Not very many, obviously. It does some damage, but it's doing damage all the way around. The great thing about the splash damage is when you're trying to maneuver and snipe turrets off and stuff like that, it doesn't necessarily matter if you hit them directly. If you do, you'll do more damage, but if you hit them just in the vague area, you're going to do damage. So it does work very nicely. It's just we need to improve that shield downing rate. I've turned off God mode by accident. Why is H right next to G? Excuse me. Lasers. Sorry, rocket turrets. You're being replaced, my friends, with lasers. Now, that we've got about, what's that, 6,000 CPU? These are 12,000 CPU. But don't forget, as you progress through Reforged Eden 2.0, you will be able to unlock crew that will improve your CPU fairly early on, I think. From that crew, you can then upgrade these to heavy lasers, for example, or add more lasers. You know, these points in the front are decorative at the moment, but they are perfect for laser cannons. Light laser cannons, I should clarify. So, I think this thing would be very good at taking out your pirates and your bandits. Not so good at the Zirax. Zirax in Reforged, remember, are quite a high-level enemy. They're not there to be taken out, like, from the get-go. Your Sunnets and stuff, without shields, yeah, you could probably have a go at, but anything bigger than that is you're really asking for trouble. So don't worry too much that it's struggling against a Periat. That will come once you get some upgrades under your belt. So, yeah, underwhelming performance against the Periat, but I think it would be okay. And with the extra laser cannons there, anything with shields should be good to go reasonably quickly. Well, it's difficult to test in creative. There is a way to do it, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, so weapons-wise, yeah, happy enough. I would like more firepower, but under the CPU, that's not possible until we progress actually in survival mode. So, for an entry-level combat ship, entry-level. Entry-level, he says, for an entry-level, for an entry-level combat ship, here we go. Are you ready? You need 3 advanced upgrade kits, 2 large upgrade kits, 4 quantum processors, which means 4 very lucky runs of abandoned POIs, 24 optronic matrices, and 56 optronic bridges, 32 superconductors, 76 plasma converters, and then all the other resources, including 250 gold, not mentioning the gold that's required for the bridges and matrices. Platinum, yes, all right. Yeah. Entry to insanity. Yeah, it's... I don't want to be overly skeptical and critical until I have a go actually at Reforged Galaxy 2.0 in survival mode, and then you can gauge for yourselves what it is like to farm those resources for an entry-level combat ship that is maximum CPU and only has 2 primary weapons. Yeah. Bear in mind as well, also the Reforged, the Project Eden side of things is not included in this creative mode. So you've got all of the stuff that Revian adds to Reforged Eden isn't here yet, and a lot of that, you know, is kind of custom weaponry, like the colonist stuff, which will help lower CPU of these GATs, for example. Colonist and bolters are pretty good, you know, in en masse kind of thing, and they will save on CPU. Right now, just color me skeptical. Okay, let's build some crew cores before I say something I regret. Let's go with some armored. We need some armored doors. It is armored doors, because this is the forward section of the ship, remember, so we don't want to be caught out by this. How about building a small salvage vessel? Yeah, well, this is, yeah, I mean, I need to have a go at all the different vessel types. Starter ship, to get you off of that planet initially and start your running around the world. Bearing in mind, a starter ship can be something as compact and as efficient as the X3 by Artemis. You can do reforged starter ships very cheaply and very effectively. I got so far in the X3 before I got it blown up. Brilliant little ship, so we can go super cheap with those things. Mining ship, yeah, again, very functional. Some sort of, I don't know, carrier vessel. I'm not sure about that. But the one thing I am most eager to try in Galaxy 2 is a battleship, because I know that the changes that Vermilion has done specifically benefit big, stupid, honking boats. All right? So, lots of armor, barely any thrusters. Moves like an absolute glacier. Imagine, you know, the Executioner's class Star Destroyer. Picture that. That moves like a planet. Yeah. So I don't have to spend all my CPU on maneuverability. Most of the shield capacity will come from the combat steel, which will also impact the maneuverability. But if the damn thing moves forward enough, at high enough speed to get to warp, it doesn't necessarily matter how long it takes to slow down, or go left, or go right. You know? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. So I want to give that a go, and I think it will be an interesting build. Right now, let us try and get some sort of crew quarterage in here. I'm trying to think about how to set this up, because we've got a lot of insulating blocks around thrusters. We've got silly little kind of tool bits at the ceiling, but they're not, so maybe we can change that out somehow. And of course we've got hull breach territory here. If we remove any of these blocks, these are going to be very cramped little crew quarters. I'm debating whether to separate them into individual rooms or just a bunkhouse style setup. Now, if we're thinking crew, bearing in mind normal crew as we know them do not fit anymore, or do not do anything to CPU. I should clarify. Only these guys do CPU stuff, right, Vermilion? I mean, if you're still there, whatever. Hey, Lainey! How's it go? It's a me. It's a me, a Lainey. What? Hey, Lainey, I have a game you need to play with Spanj called Heavenly Bodies. He will hate it. Sounds like a porn game. It's just Diablo. It's just the creative mode at the moment. It's a good way for Vermilion to get feedback on his numbers and stuff, basically. Without, because he's still got, bearing in mind, he's still got like loads of missions to write, playfields to create, POIs to build. The PDA stuff alone is probably going to take him months. But the first thing that he's done is the new weapon blocks, CPU overhaul, dedicated crew gives CPU and bonus. There you go. Oh, it might be a prawn game. No prawn. Okay, it's not a prawn game. Apparently not a prawn game, Lainey. Go for it. Go nuts. Enjoy. Knock yourself out. Let me know, actually. I'll be curious. What is Heavenly Bodies? Oh! No, I think I know what it is. Isn't it, isn't like a space physics game? No prawn confirmed. It's a space physics-y kind of thingy, gamey type, jibby jobby, what's it called type thingy. Yeah. You know, spacey, right? I'm thinking like that. It's just a simple little bunk, right? The only problem with this is, like, I originally set this out to be something where you can add crew to, but I'm looking at all these crew, and all of them are workstation crew. None of them are sleepy, lazy crew. Vermilion, can we have crew in bunks, please? Thank you. Okay, cheers, bye. Also, that sucks for, like, making an entrance, doesn't it? How do I make a door to that? Or do I just, like... Nah. Do a double. Double glass door. Privacy is for losers. Yeah? No, okay. I don't really like that. Okay, we've got to figure out this ceiling stuff. Yeah, I want to make nice rooms. I'm not like Lainey. I don't like my crew to just suffer, you know, without shoes or stuff. Maybe something like that would be nice. Maybe that would be nice. But I'd do it from there to there, on the other side as well, to make it consistent. Yeah, and then we do a little roundy bit. Blub. If anybody's looks like getting over it in a space skin. Oh, okay. I want Spanj build battle station moving fortress that would launch frigates and destroyers. Sounds very Warhammer-y. Warhammer-esque. But I think the corridor should be down there, and the crew quarters should be in this section here, right? Ah, look at this. This is a perfectly sized gap for... Yeah, you guessed it. Toilet, shower. Yeah. And then we add a bathroom counter on the end. Wait, bathroom counter on the end. Thank you. Did you see that? See that? It's trying to, like, you know, think it's better than me. What that was doing. All right. Okay. The bathroom. Then, then. F it. You know what? F it. I'm just going to do bunk style stuff. I'm sorry. It's not going to be... It's not attractive. It's not fun. Bunk style is, right? This crew will just have to deal with being in tight quarters, right? I mean, it's a military vessel after all. Let's not even pretend that it's anything other than that. Right. Okay. So let's at least give them a little bit of kind of, I don't know, something to sit on. Maybe a nice little sofa. Too big. Too big. Too big. Too big and stupid. Yeah. See this. Okay. Reduce the bunks. Yeah. Put in a little divider on that side there, like that. There you go, there you go, there you go. And then you put a little sofa. TV. Look, I'm so generous. I get a TV. What military ship do you think this is, huh? Get a TV. Alright. Clock in console. Make sure that you're on the clock when you come in. Status console. And private communication terminal. Yeah, why not? Let's go with that. You know, if you want to, like, message home or something. There you go. Happy days. Happy days. 12 bunks, 1 shower, 1 toilet. Yeah, take it in turns. And if you got a problem with that, you take it up with the sergeant or something. Yeah, that's the words. Okay, there's one thing missing from this entire thing, and that is a potted plant. Of course. But where would it go? I've occupied pretty much every space in here, apart from where you would stand and walk. And now he's plotted. Elion, can we have wall planters, please? Yeah? Hanging baskets that are wall mounted? I don't want to put a freaking conifer in the middle of where you walk. Who left that plant pot there? Why isn't it like there? It would look wonderful right there. Not there. 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 You all suck. That is too big. Okay. Maybe we can put a fern there. The TV there. Alright, hang on. I will test out of God mode. Yes, yes, yes. This works. This works. Lovely. Look at that. That's great. I feel like we can also add some more wardrobes along here as well. Along the end of the bunks. And then they have even more... even more privacy. Not really. Yes. That works. Kind of. Not at all. Not even slightly. Yeah. Never mind. It was a rubbish idea to start off with. Can they get a door on the crapper? Yeah, I suppose they can have a door on the crapper. And the shower. There you go. There you go. No, it's a lovely room. It's lovely. The only problem with this room is that you can't breathe. So let's see if we can address that as well. I got a perfect idea for the non-breathing thing. Blammo! Yeah, sneaky deaky. Sneaked it in there. Here we go. 3/4. Oh, and there's no light. Well, we should probably do that. We should start adding some lights in here, shouldn't we? I suppose they need to be able to see. I'm being blind. There we go. Posters. Yeah. I can't add posters in the blueprint, Vermilion. Come on. Come on. A light there. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful light. Bit of intensity. Range 10 meters. And bright green, because nothing says peace and quiet and relaxingly. Red! Let's see. Generally, I just wimp out and go for that color there, because it's warm. It's like the lighting you have in your living room, you know? He said they didn't like that light. I was like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with that light? I don't know what's wrong with that light. There we go. Okay. Now, the wonderful, wonderful minds of symmetry do not symmetry your lights over. So you're going to go over and multi-tool them off in order to put them back with the correct light thingy-majiggy. Turn my torch off. See what this... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah. I just hope nobody snores. Otherwise, we're in trouble. 3/4. Done. That was easy. Do a bit of decorating here. So, these consoles will be placeholders for the actual crew that you can get, right? I mean, you know, to a point, right? Remind ourselves what these crew actually use. They use the big one there, they use the little one, the tactical pilot seat thingy, and the big shield technician one. Medical officer kills almost every status effect. That's cool. So if you have a medical officer, you've basically got Bones on your ship. You just go and talk to him. That's really cool. I like that, Vermilion. Very nice. Sure, you need to supply them to the factory. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I know. But then you got to have the right poster, right? Communication besides a loud fan. Good thinking, Death. I didn't hear. What was that? Whoosh. Good point. No, I don't want that. Good point. I didn't think of that, but what do you want me to do? I don't know what you want me to do. Yeah, you know, let's be frank here. There's not really much I can do. There's not much I can do about that. Yeah. Okay. I don't really want to add consoles in here. I was thinking of adding some storage in here and maybe putting it on the ceiling with some truss blocks to make it look cool. This stuff is all kind of useful things. I don't know if I put something here. It's a bit odd. But if I put a console there, then it kind of like limits your ability to get the oxygen station only from within the elevator, you know? I wonder something like, that might just like tidy that corner up a bit, you know? Yeah, okay. You gotta remember, this is a really little ship, so it's a really little ship. Alright, so we need our shield technician. Let's put an advanced console there. And the same on the other side. Very nice, very nice. We got our storage locker there. I should probably put some like railings or something up here. I don't know. I figure that like the pilot can go in the middle then, right? Let's get some railings here. Safety first. Especially when the ship starts bouncing around and you start throwing yourself around everywhere. Railings. Okay. And that means that we've got some consoles on the lower bit as well. Even more crew. I take it, Vermilion, you can have more than one of the same crew thingy dudes, persons? You can have more than one of these, right? Maximum amount, 10. Yeah, cool. Cool. Very nice. Fuel capacity plus 4,000 liters. These are going to be great. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting these guys in there. This is going to be good. It's going to be great. Okay, lighting and bridge lighting is different. It's not yellow. It's either red or blue. I'm going to go with blue because blue light makes you tired. I don't know. Blue light means blue alert. Somebody's changed the bulb. I want to go to blue alert. Are you sure, sir? It does mean changing the bulb. Right. And medical bay. We just have a standard white light in here. And we've got the medical officer is just the dude on the computer desk there. So we'll have a computer desk. In the middle of sick bay. Right there. There we go. That'll be where our medical officer goes. Good. Great. A regal purple light. Why does the crew say increase CPU? Ah, well. These are unique to Reforged Galaxy 2.0. You'll have to go and either trade them from stations or find them from loot or something. I don't really know yet. But you can then add them to your ship and they all have special abilities like you would expect crew on a starship to have. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I'm really looking forward to getting these guys involved. Put a few more little consoles around. Make the ship look like it's actually functional, maybe? An actual functioning, actual boat, perhaps? I went a bit stewy then, didn't I? Maybe add a few cutscenes? Anyway, they look quite good on the dark blue, don't they? Dark blue. Blue, blue. Light blue. Light blue. I like it. Very nice. Alright, turn my flashlight off. Let's see what the lighting is like in here now. Oh yeah, that's serious. That's moody. Love it. You get the bleed through from downstairs a little bit as well. Is it quite a nice little hint? We need a light here. Where would that go? Do you think that would go there? I'm going to change that to orange as well. 10-meter range for me seems to work the best between sections. It doesn't bleed through too much, and you can pop the lights out reasonably well. You can couple this, obviously, with signal logic as well, so the lights only come on when you're in the area. I figured for this ship that's a little unnecessary. Nice. How is the bridge? How is bridge armored? Yes. It is armored. With things and stuff. Stuff and things. Let's go to white, range 20. Put the spotlight mode on and increase the angle at the maximum. I'll stop it from bleeding out of the ship, at least. To that point, anyway. And that is a nice, well-lit hangar bay. Beautiful. We do need a signal logic there to open and close this. Or... here's a question. Does the control keys for signals work when you're not in the cockpit? I don't think it does it? They increase CPU capacity in this version since people are bad at math and can figure out how much CPU they I do find the sort of, does this increase or decrease CPU thing, you're like constantly trying to go, right, which one is it? Is it that one? Is it that one? It'd just be easier if they all just increase CPU, you know? It takes less time to figure out, and you're not like going, well, which way does this go? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we got a drone exit in the cockpit area. So the cockpit, I mean, the whole ship is just steel, by the way. Steel and plastic. It's not armored, but we have an exit hatch just down from the cockpit there. A reasonably quick way out of the ship. There we go. We've got some lighting. I'm gonna add some nice big deco blocks in here. I think they look fantastic in these sort of tight spaces. 1, 2. Nice big ventilations. Couple that with like a little bit of piping. Boom. And that'll look good. We've got a little bit of deco there already. I'll leave the rest of that for sort of texturing, I think. Let me flashy back on. Right, so I wanted to put some cargo up in here. So we got a 640 KSU box. So that would be really good for like loot. But the little things that take up a whole slot but don't weigh in an awful lot, it's really good to have some of these like little boxes available for that sort of stuff, you know? So you can do something cheeky. You can just slap them on the wall like that. Like that, yeah. And then this block here, what are you? You can be this type now. There you go. Oh, that works lovely. Yeah. Not even necessary, I don't think, is it? Yeah. Leave that as is. And there you go, you got like 4 small cargo boxes. Now they don't have a great amount of volume, but they have, you know, a decent amount of slots. So, you know, weapons, armor, guns, things like that. It will take up a whole slot just for one of them. So they're, you know, good to have. So 4 small storages, 1 massive storage. Okay, should be good. Should be good. Box text is upside down. Triggered. Okay, hang on. I'll sort it. Okay. Up the right way now. Didn't even notice that, Mike. Spanish, what's with the window over the captain's seat? Is that so you can see the shot that killed you? Well, I mean, the windows themselves are not... They ain't slackers, right? These heavy glass have got 15,000 hit points. Bear that in mind, like, the steel blocks in front of this thing is only 5,000. This guy's 3,000, 3,500, 15,000, 4,800, 15,000. You know, the heavy glass is more armor than anything else. So, don't think that that's a weak spot by any means. It is not. I do need to flip the aspect on that, though. Easier to see in and out kind of thing. I wish that it was tinted on the outside and see-through on the inside like the normal glass does. Yeah, whatever. Alright. We've got... No, I don't want to... This is maintenance, so I don't want to lob that off, you know. We'll add... that there. We're going to go up here, and then we go along, and we've got like a little... really good place for other crew to be. So, go with the consoles again. We can add in this chappy, and we can even add in 2 of these. Like that, yeah? Maybe even a tactical boy. And then we got our computer core at the top here, and there's loads of room here for crew. So again, we can add in a bunch of stuff. Like consoles, I know they don't really have any function, those ones, but more shield technicians, more of these guys. Yeah. So I know I don't like spamming consoles everywhere, but the fact is they're all placeholders for these crew you can get. So once you upgrade your CPU to a nice amount, what is this? This is an opportunity, is what this is. Hang on a second. This is an opportunity. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hey, Cortex, thank you very much for being a member for 28 months at the hero level. That's awesome. Are you really going to leave those cargo boxes upside down? No, I flipped them. I flipped them the right way. Did you not see? I flipped them. They're up the right way now. No. BX4. 118264. They are the correct orientation now, my friend. Did you go AFK for a second? Did you miss? Anyway. Look at the flip the aspect on that so you can see out. There you go. Look at that. Cool, isn't it? I'll leave the rear ones tinted because, yeah. You want to be able to see out there. Alright, so lots of room for extra crew in the back here. Like, you got, like, computer, whatever operations, I don't know, ship operations, maybe. Engineering, perhaps, I don't know. Something. So lots of consoles back there, lots of consoles here as well. Potential for trimming CPU, or adding to CPU via crew. There's also room, I suppose, up here if you want to add... I don't imagine you would want to add auxiliary cores and stuff to this little thing, but if you did, then you could do that back here as well, instead of, or as well as, additional crew. Once you got the CPU, like I said before, you can upgrade to heavy weapons, you can add extra turrets. There is some more flat spaces on here you can utilize. Upgrade these things to the large variants. I think they will fit, actually, the heavies. Let's just test that. Triple plasma cannons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a little overlap on the slope there, but it actually does fit. Yeah, the triples do. It looks well silly. It looks well silly. But they fit. They do bloody fit. And that's put us over by 44,000 CPU. Yay! Put the mediums back. There we go. They look way more sensible. Hey, Johnny! Hey, Iron Wolf! It's a chaos invasion! My God! You all rock up an hour after I start. You know, we could actually play something, guys. You know? Where were you? I'm joking. I planned to do this all along. I left them. I leaved them. Right, there we go. So consoles are good. I think this guy is probably ready for some texture work now. Maybe some extra little bits of block work here and there as well. You know, these flat things, but that's good for slapping some truss blocks on and stuff like that. Now these square blocks here, can I do anything with these? Not while I've got deco on them. I just leave them. It's okay to have some right angles every now and again. Bring wife to work. Okay. I was joking, dude. Badge, have you considered doing a recap of your builds over time like Jeff did recently with his base designs? I did one quite a while ago now, I will admit, where I did go over my first ever builds. There is an episode where I did that. Where does this come into Reforged? Has it already? Hayers, probably, I mean, Vermilion, by all means, take this one if you like. But I suspect towards the end of this year, we will have Reforged Eden 2.0. There's a lot to do. As I said before, Vermilion has got the new blocks and the CPU and stuff in place, but he's still got a shitload of stuff to do on the PDA, playfields, POIs, story elements, yada yada yada. Revion's also got a crap ton to do to Project Eden, and then they have to merge them together and make them cooperate. So my guess, Vermilion has no idea. Awesome. My guess would be sometime at the end of this year, we will start to see some of the early beta versions of Reforged Eden 2.0. But yeah. We've got the creative. The creative is up in alpha at the moment. Like, it's a good way for Vermilion to get some feedback on some of the stuff he's already done. So there we go. Okay, I think, like I said, we're ready for some texture work in here now. I would like to do a little bit of the outer hull. Now, there's difficulty with these ramp blocks. I mean, they're wonderful. They can give you some really nice sloping angles, but they don't texture well. So they don't texture at all, in fact. So that kind of limits you to how you want to texture the vessel. They also, if I remember correctly, excuse me, they don't do custom colors very well either. So we copy my usual thing here. Create a variety of shades of grey. If I try and paint it one of these custom shades of grey, it will revert to the original colour. So, those slope blocks, by using them, they kind of dictate to me the type of texturing this ship will have. It's a very manufactured ship, not like the Scavenger Alliance, which are generally built as, I don't know, parts merged together and stuff like that. So I feel like having a smooth texturing approach is a good idea. They used to use custom palettes up until 1.8 when they changed Unity versions. There we go. Are you bunking with the crew, or did I miss the captain's quarters? Captain's quarters on this thing, yeah. Nice. I'll be bunking with the crew. Of course, they're going to do an update to RE after I finished updating my ships. Robert, I think you've got a while, mate. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It will be released when it's fun, which is not the same as done. Danimus, thank you, dude. Magnificent geometrical composition, man. How about some chaos and building, Lil? Oh my god, can you imagine? Nothing would be achieved, ever. What the hell? Oh, that doesn't help at all. Two different shades of freaking grey. Oh boy. Well, depending on the angle, I suppose you're looking at it. Two different shades of grey. I have some ideas. Where's the kaboom? There's the kaboom. What kabooms? You want some kaboom? I'll give you some kaboom. I'm sure much entertainment would be achieved. It depends what we try to do, I guess. If we were to do chaos and building, like if we were trying to seriously build something, then it wouldn't happen, would it? But we were just throwing blocks about. I'm not sure how much entertaining that would be. We didn't have like a purpose. You know? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace all on the base texture here and make this thing nice and smooth, like a bottom. And I want to generally the way I approach this is I have a base color, a secondary color, and a tertiary color. One of the colors is dictated to us by the glowy bits on some of the deco blocks here. So turrets have got them, the engines have them, the antennas have them, as you just saw. You can change the engine color now, yes, but you can't change the antenna colors. So I have this cyan color here, but I ain't quite right. If you compare that to, you see, it's not quite there. That's closer. That's the one that's closest, in my opinion. This one down here, believe it or not, unless you try and do the flat. And then it's not light enough. You know, so I think that one's the closest one. So we're going to do all the glowies and stuff in that blue. Anything we want to kind of like make shiny and light. No quaternary colors. Chaos can be a purpose. Quaternary slacker. But generally, I think the ratio is something like 70%, 20%, 10%, or something like that. I can't remember. So bits like the front of this would be very dark, lots of circuitry and stuff like that, and then we'd have a lighter shade, but perhaps rough texture on that as to denote armor. And then we've got the main hull itself, which would be smooth and silky. So we've got the blue as the highlight. Generally, our approach to this is like my base color would be gray, basically, with shades of different. So that would be our base. These sort of four here. The third color would be this one. So now we need a secondary, which would be kind of like the flat pieces of the hull, I suppose, would be good. I've got to be careful here, though, because if I choose a custom color, I can't use it on the slopes. You know? So, for Scavenger Alliance, for example, the base color was that kind of greeny. The secondary was this brown over here. You go red. But then you got red and blue. Yellow and blue work reasonably okay, and green and blue work reasonably well okay. Alas, real life calls. We'll keep an eye on the sweatshop for release later on. Take it easy, Kicking out. Hey, Kiva. Aka, sorry. Waiting on Elion for a fix to the custom palette on custom blocks. I've trademarked a turquoise, no touchy. What? Turquoise it is then, right? I don't know what red would look like next to these glowies. You know, this sort of blue. It's also a very Xeraxian style color, isn't it? Yeah, we don't want to do Xerax. Maybe purple. Ash. Yellow. Too yellow. Orange. The orange. And the brown. Sand. Sand could work. Sand could work. We don't want poop brown. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe not. Problem with the browns is that it looks like Wastelander stuff, you know? The orange is very kind of like sports car. No. Let's try preset 2. So they revert to preset 1. Ah, that's annoying. Yeah, so they only work with the original presets. Nightmare. Maybe white. White, I would say, is great for kind of science ships, civilian ships. It's so difficult picking a color and sticking with it because you have no idea if it's going to work or not. But there is one thing that can help. And that is the color change functionality. So you could swap a color out for any, or just adapt the color from scratch. Army green, camouflage, black, white, orange, like Cerberus from me. It's black, white, and orange. I like this blue. All right. Around, because the point is we can just change it anytime we want. Find the color later once we've actually colored it. So I'm going to stick with this green for the time being. Okay. So we need probably just stick with the normal gray for all the slopes. So we'll draw a line and this section of the hull there. Now everything around that is going to be this green, right? Sorry. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. Is it just lag? Yeah, so. Interesting. The engine compartment, should they be green? The middle section, probably not. Down here can be. It'll be grey, but trying to like determine what is primary hull, what is secondary. Should be green, what should not be green. Obviously I gotta go over all of this again and just texture it. But I figure out with the base colors in place, then I can figure out how the texturing goes. You know what I mean? Oh, done. Fuck that up, because now that should be black then. Okay, if that's main hull then. Yeah, which it is actually. Fine. That should be a different colour then in that case. Now donated that as green. So that should be... Okay. So then the engines on the back would be sort of darker. So they're almost sort of this grey, in my opinion. Oh, that might be difficult actually. Is those are slopes. I'll have to do them in the real dark colours in that case then. But that might actually work out because we know that those slopes kind of appear as a different colour to the rest of the ship. The rest of the same colour, if you know what I mean. Like, there we go, that one. Oopsie daisy. There's custom colours on the non-vermilion slope. Get this so I can have an idea about what this looks like. I'm not going to spend much more time throwing paint on things, don't worry. Yeah. So what I probably do is underneath the turrets make that the same color as the engine bits there. And then we got the normal grey. I probably change that to a darker grey on the top there, centre line. And then the front here as well. I make this all almost sort of black in a way, and the side bits almost black. Detail the kind of these hull blocks here with a completely different colour, like yellow or red or something like that, you know, just to make them properly look like they separate from the ship, you know. And then put some glowies around on thin blocks. These little sections here would be good for glowies. Not you. Right down there. Yeah, and then some glowies around that, something in there. Yeah. Yeah, the idea. Yeah, the idea. Hey, Artemis. If I send you a Bob Ross wig, will you wear it while you paint? Sure, why not? Yeah, I'll do that. So having read the changelog, it seems 2.0 will overhaul most of the game, but I wonder what the intent. What's the intent behind all the changes? It's not a case of changing everything because people are just bored of the old stuff, right? Now, from what I understand, he's changing everything because a lot of the stuff that he wants to do, he can't do with Empyrion's, Elion's blocks and stuff like that. Specifically around the weapons and things like that. He wants to do a lot of customizing, particularly to the weapons, which he has done already. And he can't do that with Elion's blocks, so he decided to basically just reinvent the entire lot himself. By not using Elion's stuff, it also means that when they change things and mess about with stuff, it doesn't affect the very careful balancing and stuff that he's doing. So yeah, as far as I know, anyway, that's by all means familiar, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why I understand it to be. It changes this whole thing to green, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to move on from this. I'm going to finish texturing and signal logicking it and stuff like that. somewhere else because that's not part of Reforged Galaxy. We don't really care. I'm going to save that a second. There we go. Now we're going to start work on a new S-Feat today with built-in spinal mount Vulcan cannons and some frickin' kick-ass weaponry. But before I do that, I need to pee. So I'll be right back. Oh, thanks, Lainey. Lots of other issues being built on the vanilla configs. Lots of problems with materials, damage multipliers, etc. Says Vermilion. There we go. Are you considering converting this to a current Reforged Eden build for your Chaos Crew playthrough? I don't see why not, Nocturne. Yeah, it could very easily be converted into current Reforged. Just need to take those plasma cannons off. Maybe fiddle with the shields and CPU a little bit more, or readjust the CPU blocks so that they're back to the 1.9 versions. Pretty much done. Pretty much done. All things being equal, why haven't they hired Vermilion? Let's just say creative differences, shall we? Move on. Right. SVs. We want something nice and fast and you're gonna start a fight with that bloody question. Oh my god, did you see the new mirror options in the end menu? I read about them. I haven't actually used them yet, Johnny, but let's use them now. Let's do it. So I want something rather sexy. Where is it? Where the is it? Heavy. Oh yeah, there you are, you absolute beast. Yeah, boy. Right. So we've got the same sort of thing with SVs as we had with CVs. We have ion thrusters, plasma thrusters, antimatter thrusters. Now I want this to be a nice quick ship, but if it's using heavy Vulcans, it's probably going to go exceed all manners of CPU availability. And I don't know what we have available for EP. Really? You got plants or SVs? Sweet. Sweet. Oh my god. Okay. We're going to use large plasma jet thrusters. And then I'll use small, medium, and plasma jet thrusters for everything else. So you got quantum storage here, quantum extenders, long-range radar, the CPU superiors, advanced basics, of course, large containers as we had, phased array radar, enhanced matter transmitter, and quantum matter transmitter. That's right, Wi-Fi is getting boosted in Reforged Galaxy 2.0. Advanced shield generator and boosters. So that's sort of normal. There's a fusion generator for SVs as well. Yeah. All right. Let's slap a block down and see what happens, shall we? Slap it up. So the Vulcan turrets are monstrous. We want to build the ship basically around them. Now, I've got a vague idea in my brain of what I want this thing to look like, but I have no idea if we're going to actually be able to make it a reality, so I'll do my best. Okay, hang on. Let's... Symmetry! So the mirror thing is with selections, right? Isn't it? So we'll just select that and then like paste it. I don't know. None of this stuff comes available. Bill. Select connected area. Save to list. Or to detect parts. Scale selection. Oh my. What have I done? Whoops. Undo! Crap. What the hell did I just do? Like I just filled that all in with just blocks. So it was... yeah, I don't know. I'd have to figure that out off camera. I think doing it right now is probably just a little embarrassing. Right, anyway. How does this work? What? I don't understand. I don't understand. Right, so there is the heavy Vulcan cannons. They do look rather sexual. Okay. They look lovely. They really do look very nice. But I want to carry this sort of curved barrel trend throughout the back of the ship. Now, are these 3 by... oof. Which ones are the... is it the mediums that are 2 by 2? 2 by 2 by 2 by 5 by 2. It is the mediums. Get the mediums then. I think the larges are just going to be... they're not right. They're not quite right. Mediums will do, but I don't necessarily think the mediums are going to cut it from a performance point of view. Is my only drama. Anyway, for the block work that I want to achieve here, the mediums will have to do because the larges are too big. The larges are too large. Approved plasma jet thruster. 3. Okay. Yeah, the mediums will be fine. I think, maybe, possibly. I might need to use mediums for the lefty-righty as well. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, I don't want to go overboard with this. It's the only problem. It'll be fine. All right, so bring this forward a section here. I want the cockpit to sit between these things like an absolute champion. And we want something like that. Nice cockpit. Smooth operator. Try and get this in the right position for the right effect. Dakar. Mucho Dakarage. It's a GAL 8 in the A10, yep. It's a pod racer. It's all of the things. It's everything and all the things. Alright. The lefty righty. Yeah, okay. That'll do fine. I think actually we could probably get away with that. The problem with like making these like vertical thrusters as well is it makes the dimensions all weird. So I want the SV to be reasonably slim. And if I do verticals, I lose that ability because they're too chonky. So I'm going to have to do the vertical with the small jets at worst. And that's the same for reverse and down as well. Probably get away with flapping these under the Vulcan cannons, to be fair. I could probably make that shape work somehow, but I'm not sure. No. I don't know. Probably not. Yeah. Maybe alongside. Nah, reverse is not so important. This thing is going to be like a hit and run thing anyway. So looks like the alien gunship from Battle LA. Oh, okay, cool. I'll take that. I haven't seen it, to be fair, but I'll take it. Okay. So we'll put that away for now. We'll get the small jet thrusters. Here we go. I think these would work quite nicely underneath. Let's spin them around like that. They don't give too much of a... Yeah, that looks sick. And then we can use these as well. The down thrust. Well, actually, to be fair, I want to continue this line all the way down the ship, really. So let me do this first, because it's gonna work. Well, quite line up as I'd hoped it would. Let me try something else. Hang on a second. I think this is on the wrong aspect. Yeah, it is. Look, ugh, annoying. I want these things to like feel really snug, you know? Snug in. Snug as a bug in a rug. And almost like they sit on top of the hull, but not in a nice way. These blocks kind of like they connect really nicely like that, you know? Those Vulcan cannons are from Reforged, yes sir. Those like massive gats, they are Vulcan cannons. If I did a video on Reforged, a preview on Reforged Galaxy where I tested out the SV weapons, firing these Vulcan cannons was one of the most satisfying experiences of my life. They are amazing. They're so cool. Okay. Yeah, fair enough, Emilian. I'll do that. I might just swap them out later once I have the hull figured out. They're the same size, so it doesn't make it matter much either way, does it? Modular wings. Okay. I want to get this line looking decent. Right now, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. No. If I put 2 blocks there and then like that. This should be. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah. I hate this lip Nothing I can do about it. Okay. It's a shame the model doesn't connect better with the blocks towards the upper half. What I might need to do is move it to it's mounted on the top of the ship, and it is itself like the drum barrel marks the highest point in the ship, if you know what I mean. Like that. So yeah, that might just be how it is. I can't think of any other way to do it nicely with the connections not being great. How goes the purple pumpkin tonight? Hey, lost to death, welcome along. We moved on from the purple pumpkin. I mean, it's still over there, and it will be the rotten pumpkin, I suppose, with the color scheme that I've chosen. And we're working on SV stuff now. Hey, Robert. It's a hinge block, yeah, maybe. Again, I don't think it wouldn't connect right. Nothing will connect right with that. Oh, you cheeky little devil. Popped out in the last second. I'm not sure the offset. Ooh. I wanted to make that offset to see what it looked like, but I'm not sure it actually works like that. I might just copy the other side. I was trying something. Sometimes you do. Sometimes it works. A lot of the time it doesn't. Cockpit looks too far forward now, doesn't it? Is it just me? Yeah. No, it looks too far forward now. It don't look right. No, further back. Further back still. One more, I think, and that's it. We go up one. Nah, down. Yeah. Can you run 4 mirror, one top it, bottom, connect in between? You can run 2. You can run all 3 mirror planes at the same time, yeah. I can have X, Y, Z, basically. Pretty difficult to see, isn't it? Yeah, that's all 3 mirror planes. I think it looked better 1 block forward. don't know, because you've got to consider the blocks I've got to add on the front of it as well. Don't forget. I got to now... do something here, you see. Unless I take that out and make it like a sort of quite a long nose, as it were. I either have the sort of pincer approach, or I have the sort of more standardized kind of cockpit at the front look, you know? Try both, see what works the best. I'm gonna do that, then the cockpit needs to come out all the way out the front here. Probably be... I'm sure this is the right cockpit for this now. Yeah, the cockpit at the front like that, right? Probably need to remove up to about there. Join that up. I don't usually like putting the cockpits at the front of ships. Yeah, makes them squishy. You know, ideal world, I'll put the cockpit right at the back here, but the design I vaguely have in my brain right now wouldn't match that very well. Some thrusters with an unlimited boost would be awesome. Yeah, just like really tanks the power, right? Actually, the angled bits on that would fit in with the angled sides if that was a little further back. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Always happens with this cockpit shape, I tell you. It's angles are inconsistent. Bastarding angles are bastarding, inconsistently bastarding. Take that, you bastard. Bleakish. I would rotate the guns and the blocks around at 90 degrees. Oh, what? So the pods are going out the side rather than on the top. Well, give me a minute. I just want to see if I can make work what I have in my brain mind. Yeah, that's the one I want. Come on. Why are you such a bastard? There you go. Right. Vaguely? Vaguely went ahead? Yeah, a lot. Vaguely. Right. It's the Bolt's bigger brother, Bolt 2.0. Holy crap, Bolt 3.0, well, I don't know. Damn. Yeah, maybe. The hell? Oh, I see. Oh. Well, it doesn't really work for what I want right now, is it? What? Okay, I'll come back to that. I don't know why I'm getting distracted with that stuff. That's... No, it's just what I do, I suppose, isn't it? Right. That bloody Everspace all over again. Connects reasonably well, but there are gaps in there. We might just load it out like that. Get a little bit of, you know, yeah, there we go. Okay. Q. Right. What we do need inside this thing is all the giblets. Now, usually I would do this a lot sooner than what I've done before, actually. To be fair, I would already have a warp drive in there and a shield generator and a fusion core and yada 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 yada. And the CPU modules and stuff before I slap the thrusters on, because I have no idea how big or how much space I'm going to need for all these bloody giblets. Where's the shield generators? Advanced. Can I have a normal? I want to start with the normal and upgrade to an advanced. There you go. Standard shield generator. Okay, can we get a warp drive in this thing? I think we can. Warp drive. Flappider. Then taxi tank. Flappider. Shield generator. Flappider. Right. Those are the most important things. We need CPU now, then fuel tanks, generators, and whatnot. Let's see if we can get a fusion in there, but to be honest, I'm not sure what is involved in building the fusion. Is it accessible or is it stupid? There it is. It's level 25. Requires radiation shielding, reactor cores, heat exchangers. It's not accessible. It's stupid. Get out. Get out of my ship. Be gone. Alright, we'll use the standard stuff. Where is all the CPU stuff? Am I being completely blind and stupid? There's the advanced. There's the superior. Ah, here it is. Right, yeah, I am being stupid. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, so... Hey, what the... Get in there. Actually, let's take that out. Let's put... Because you can get 2 of these now, can't you? Yeah. We can take all these plastic blocks out, because they're literally just there to help me place things. Those. And these guys are big and stupid. Yep. Bing, 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 bong. And was that the superior? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to need all this CPU, but, you know, why not? Have it. There we go. That is all the CPU. Right, generators. Yes, this thing will explode if you shoot it. Don't shoot it. Generators. Generator. And I don't know if that's how many generators we'll need. We'll try it at that, and if we need more, we'll add more. Fuel tanks. It's all on a level. All on a level. Fuel tanks. One strategically placed shot, and kablamo! And oxygen. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, there he is. Wi-Fi in the center. Detector. Maybe we'll get an advanced detector at some point, but right now, you will do. And then ammo boxes. Harvest. Ammunition, controller, and the bit. Actually, all fits quite nicely, doesn't it? O2 is optional. Yeah, you'll need it all. And then some. Okay. Yeah, I'm not asking how's he placing on one side, then deleting a block on both sides at the same time, have been going one side delete and the other side delete. Shift right click. Holy chain reaction, Batman, yeah. Yes. Very much so. Very much so, holy chain reaction. But there's not a great deal you can do to avoid it, really. With SVs, they're so teeny tiny. Well, I mean, you can build massive SVs with huge amounts of redundancy built in and you know, insulation and chain reacting and stuff like that, but you're going to be building a freaking monster SV. You really are. You know, you're building an absolute beast. So yeah, noise. Hopefully here. Something that it is compact, yes, but hopefully it will work. How much? 3,375. That should be enough for Vulcan rounds. I don't know if I'm going to have CPU to add anything else onto this ship other than just the Vulcans. I'm hoping I do, but I'm not holding on to that hope, like, much at all, really. You know. Hey, Draconian, yeah, good luck, have fun. Fortunately, small O2 is adequate for SV in most cases. Can stick them anywhere, yeah. Pops, thanks for the follow, welcome along. And Lady Amnoma as well, thank you for the follow, welcome along, milady. Okay, so I've got a weird, uncomfortable sort of join I need to do between that block and that block there, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I need to go down a block anyway because obviously we've got the warp drive layer here. So I need to figure that out. I figure, well, we need a landing gear, so let's go ahead and get one of these in now anyway. Lovely. Nice little forward ski landing. Come on. That's 2 blocks. That's quite a lot of height there, isn't it? Yeah, that'll do. One block height will do fine. Let's add the other ones back here. Right about there would do. There we go. There's our landing. Here's our landing. Ding, 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 ding. Block there, block there. Alright. continue this down, this angling. We can continue this down. Or we layer it. Okay, let's layer it actually. Let's do some venting. Do some venting. Give me a spotlight. Here we go. Flop. Thank you. Give me armored glass. Spotlight will be the first thing to get shot off, but it will hopefully do its job. Go. What do I mean by venting, you might ask? In the bottom of like old fighter jets, I can't remember the names of them, but underneath the cockpit section would sometimes be an intake. You guys probably know better what I'm talking about than I do. Venting, right? It's just a way of getting some block height, I suppose, without resorting to just more of the same sloping. Oh. No. Well, maybe. No. Sponge built the jacuzzi yet. Damn it, I forgot the jacuzzi. Damn. Error. Error. I wonder if I can incorporate the same thing on the bottom of these jets. I'm struggling here because I don't know how to really blend this angle well enough. Maybe. Don't look right. I thought his next ship was a flying pub with a daycare. Kill scoops for skimming gas giants in the suns. I don't like that. That is cool. I don't like these though. I want to change them to these guys. Sometimes it's just not worth it, is it? Sometimes it just ain't worth it, guys. I'm like looking at this right now. I'm like, I'll just continue that line on. Oh my god. Thank you. Take it easy, Sean. You're going to have to lift up your hood and show me the stats window if you want me to donate to this OnlyFans. What? I think this just missing a little bit of pink. How's that? The pink enough for you? Yeah, you go. My eyes! No! No! Not the pink! You can't handle the pink! It's legit trying. It is legit hurting my eyes, actually. What? Okay. It's legit hurting my eyes. It's like I can't see. Cool idea, but not really possible. Yeah, it kind of works. Little bit of a lip here, which does upset me somewhat. I might be able to actually fix that. Somewhat. A little bit, but maybe not all that worth it. Because now I've got that lip going on. Ah! I can't win. Oh my god. Okay, guys, pretty late and quite tired. Boy, night, take it easy, dude. Happy sleeps. Nothing we can't fix with a bit of spit and sparkle. I would take it there. Well, not for you. Not for the laney today. That one? Anyway, I think we're sort of got the giblets there. Oh my god. We're at maximum CPU and we're 142 over. Vermilion, you're fucking killing me, mate. I've only got 2 Vulcan turrets on this. What is your beef? What is your beef? Why do you hate me? Why? Okay, hang on. Statistic. This thing flies like an absolute monster. We can trim some thrusters down. We can get some CPU back. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Oh no! We got 130 meters per second forward. The problem is, like, I can trim these down to ions, and you know that will help. So, there we go. We can trim these down to ions. That will help. The problem is once I finish the hull, and added all the extra weight to it, will the ions still be good enough? These are the questions. 170 meters a second. Okay, that's better. 35 lefty righty though. That's not great. But that is taking us down to just 702. No, wait. Yeah, my mistake. About 1,300 under. Okay. No, Spanish, don't give in to Vermilion's tyranny. Tyranny! Ah, get him! Stick him! Right. Everything's fine tonight. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. I'm going to employ. That's right. I used that word. I'm going to employ hardened steel, because hardened steel. Yes, heavy. Yes, +5 shields. Yeah. And I'm going to employ it over the top of this stuff here, over the top of the sensitive giblets. And they should have quantum computers at this point. Yeah, true. I really do think RF2 might be going a little too hard on CPU limitations. Yeah, I mean, it's a balancing act and it's still being figured out and stuff, but it does appear a little harsh if I'm completely and utterly honest about it. It seems very harsh. Very harsh. Okay, hang about. There we go. Okay, that's good. A little bit harsh. A little bit harsh, guys. Okay, I need to blend these two together, but I don't want to create a V angle. I want to do something here that's interesting. I may just actually just go for it and create a V angle. Yeah, back it. I may just do what I said I didn't want to do and do it anyway. Right, don't worry about all this flat stuff because this is perfect for adding turrets on top of it. That is a lot of weight I've just added to the ship there. So let's see, with that, how does that affect our... With 65 meters a second, our roll is killer. 32, 52, 76, 55, yeah, 45 pitch. So we're still good. We're still good. Pitch is a bit shite, but it's okay. Pitch can be adjusted with the uppy-downy thrusters. Pitch placed a little bit better. I could spread them out a bit because I've only got 2 small downy boys. if I move these thrusters around a little bit better, so if I 2 downs there, what about? Oh, wake the f up, everybody. 2 lifties there and there. Put another lifty there, maybe. And then another down. Another down there. I'm not sure how I'm gonna. I'll figure it out. That should improve pitch. Pitch is 81 now, yeah. Made a bit of a difference. Basically doubled the pitch. CPU 21.6, okay, fine. Okay. Landing is there. That is a lot of hardened steel for an SV, I gotta say. I don't usually like using hardened steel on SVs. But we have that a little bit of excess performance on the thrusters here. So I feel like we can afford it, yeah? Plus also the hardened steel gives us, like I say, the shields. The added shield, improved shieldingness. So it's 5,700 shields at the moment before we put any boosters on, but I mean, with the CPU limitations that they are at the moment, that's not going to... We're not going to be able to get a lot of boosters in less than 1,000 CPU remaining. Let's have a little look-see. They're 500 CPU each. Basically, we won't be able to get 2. We won't be able to get 2, and that's it. And then we will be over. Okay, cool. Good. Great. Good. I want curves. I don't know why, but I do. I just think they might look stupid. Alright, fine. What am I going to do here? That's not going to be the oval that I had in my brain. It's going to be a round thing. That's going to look stupid as well. The everyman phrase, I want curves. It really needs to add a keg. Keg. I may just need to bring the wings in a little bit. Get over myself here. The only reason I brought them out so far is so that I could probably blend this thruster a little bit better, but I'm basically adding a huge amount of empty space into the side of this thing, which in fairness isn't necessarily a bad thing because we could upgrades, more shieldy places, more CPU-y places, perhaps. And what about things like normal storage, armor lockers, and the such? Yeah. What about those things, What the hell? No. Knock that off. You can do some glowy stuff in there. It will look mediocre at best. Eh. A good place to put some medium reverses, I tell you. Don't do anything cool until I get back. All right, curious man, you got it. I think a few passenger seats facing out there would be cool. Oh, like the enclosed ones. Interesting. Very interesting. They are very heavy, mind. Very heavy. These guys here, right? Facing like that. Intriguing suggestion. Let us try it. I'm always open to suggestions, guys. However, if they are rubbish suggestions, I may condemn you. No pressure! Yeah, they're a bit too chonky. I mean, one I think would be okay. The bottom one, no. Top one, I would say probably... Step back and down. Down one? Yeah, actually. Maybe I got it around the wrong way. Maybe it needs to be on the underside. Very cool idea. Facing the wings? Really? Yeah. That way? Or on top, you mean? Needs stabilizers on top. Keep the round part and do back and down one. And then cook the passenger next to those engines. No, nah, they're in their own little... Got its own little life support inside these things. They're actually quite good. They're very heavy though. I think they yeah, 235 kilograms. You try and put them on starter ships with like minimal thrusters and stuff, and it's like, why is this thing not taking off? Oh, right. They are serious. I quite like it underneath like this. But it does present a big box. Yes, you could do that. Give you the option of having a passenger then at least, won't it? I just thought of something as well for the this top section here that I'm kind of struggling with. And it's just gone out of my brain. Hang on. Hang on. Wait. No. Was it that? That and that. Yes. Then, and then, shit, I can't remember. No. Oh boy. was something like that, but in my brain eye, it looked different. It looked cooler. But then I realized I actually couldn't get what I had in my brain eye to work. It was a lie. My brain tricked me. It was like, yeah, sure, Spans, you could do this thing. Nuh-uh. Can't. Liar. Liar. Proper Anakin moment. Yeah, no, there. I feel like we're getting there. To some extent, something needs to be done here, like different and all that. But that might just be a case of putting something across here. I don't know, maybe this guy. Maybe. There isn't a block for that. Perfect spot for another set of guns right there. CPU redam. Well, exactly. That's why I'm kind of thinking like, well, you can get CPU upgrades. Then you've got blocks you can eat into here for another set of big fecking guns, right? Probably fit them in, and then see how they look, kind of thing, and then just take them off. What would it be? It'd be like a heavy hyper laser cannon. Nice. Heavy plasmas or something. Was that the heavy railgun? That's just a one. Oh no, I've only got two. Got the two heavy weapons already. I can't have more heavies. You have to have mediums. That's right. So you would have maybe pod rockets or something, yeah? Yeah. Blam blam. Blam blam. Blam blam. And schlappida and schlappida. Yeah, they're pretty sick. I might rotate them actually. Schlappida. Schlappida. Yeah, there you go. Blam! What tier of cup will you have on this ship? I want to be able to drink all the space juice. There, and I thought you said cup by mistake. Oh god, it's so over CPU now with that. That's ridiculous. But yeah, if we get some small quantities or some quanti extenders. Not that, that's quantum storage, sorry, this guy. Possession of legacy technology is forbidden under galactic law due to its corruptive nature. That adds 4,000 CPU. We are over already by 6,000 CPU. Oh dear. Almost 7,000 CPU actually. So we would need 2 of those just to run 4 extra weapons. And that's before I've even added shields into the equation yet as well. So I'll put them there as blanking plates. Yeah. For now. And then, yeah, figure it out. Now, I want to add some shielding. I figure we can add 2 of these things. 1 boost, 1 charger, maybe. Or just... Do you think we can get away with 2 chargers? I don't know. A 500 CPU each. Decent slot for these things. There's like a little... That'll do. Yeah, I'll add 2 capacitors and see if the shield generator can charge 2 capacitors. I'm not sure if it can or not. Pentax it, please, boss. Alright, so 62 over CPU. That's okay. We can manage 62 CPU points over. Alright, so 24% power usage, charging the shields. What's a little inefficiency? I think the shield charge rate will be too slow to make it viable. Go over CPU, what's the worst that can happen? No fridge, no trauma station, no extra storage. Yeah, dang. Okay, there we go. It is charging. Will it go above 10% though? Because that is like the initial bit. More DACA. Where's the sponge block? We haven't got to the back of the ship yet, don't worry. We'll add a sponge block in the back of there and we'll be fine. 9%. Oh god, this is taking a really long time, isn't it? For the sake of 8,000 shields, I think I'd rather have 5,000 that just charge really quickly. It ain't charging. It ain't charging, folks. Ain't doing nothing. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Okay, we need to put charger there then, I guess. So let's swap you out for 2 chargers and see what transformation that makes to the shielding. Go! Wait, the 18%. Why is it called the spank block? Well, J. Randall gifted it to me. One of his very early tanks had a kind of an ugly transition, and I fixed it with that block. And sent him a DM and said, "Look, I did this for your tank." And he was like, "Ah, yeah, that's much better. That's really good. Thank you." And so he started calling that block the Spanish block, and I started calling that block the J. Randall block. Yeah, that's much quicker. That's lovely. That ticks up nicely. 4,000 shields. And then we sort of spoke about it again, but through other people and stuff. And I conceded to call it the Spanish block. There you go. That was it, really. Okay, fine. We'll call it the sponge block. Damn it. I'm like, can we create some hips here? Some little hippie hips. Put in 2 red and 1 with. Over T CPU. I've only got the CPU to add 2. And, you know, we're over by 62 points of CPU. In fairness, you could probably downgrade some more of these plasma thrusters to just ions. Steal a little bit back. Lefty righty isn't great with just the ion. Lift is good. Lift and down. Down and up and down is good. So we can probably sacrifice a few of the plasmas for ion on the uppy downy boys. I like the middle child here. Downgrade that. And that one. Because they're probably, although they contribute to the overall lift or descent speed, they probably don't give a lot in terms of torque because of their positioning. But they'll be the best ones to downgrade. Oh, there we go. Look, we got 300 spare CPU. Blah, blah. Let's see. I want to give us a nice rear end. Everybody loves a good rear end. But it's going to be a really... Right. Right. Twin tails. Yeah, we can definitely put tails on it. If you want to put some tails on it, we can do that. I gotta get the right ones. So the delta wings like that. Yeah. That'd be better there. Would be better actually doing these guys. Too much. Maybe not enough, I don't know. Yeah, we'll do hull work on it in a bit. Right now. Hey, Immers. Oh, not fins. Tails going at the back. Right, okay. Yeah. Excuse me. I understand. Sorry, I misunderstood. Do want to get some of the components in here. I'm trying to think like where would it be accessible. Well, this thing will sit one block off the ground, so you generally stand about 3 blocks up. So your head would be here, right? If you were standing on the ground, yeah, that block line, basically perfect block line to get into the and out of the passenger seat, I think. Hey, the script. Thank you very much for the raid, dude. Welcome along. I feel like you guys that have just joined me from the script stream. Welcome to beginner building with Empyrion. You've seen how a professional does it. Now see how Spange botches his way through a build. Welcome along, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the script. I hope you had a nice stream. Thank you very much for the raid. Be sure to check out the Scripts channel, guys, because he is a good builder. he does the building good. He's created some amazing things. It's annoyingly good. Just irritating, what it is. It's just irritatingly good at building. Imagine if there was a random ship generator and you could keep hitting randomize until you got something you like. Well, they did that in Empyrion. Empyrion has gone exactly that, but you won't like any of them. Because it just doesn't really know how to use the blocks, and it just builds everything out of the blocks. It doesn't do extraneous shaping, if you know what I mean, you know? So... yeah, I mean, by all means, check out Empyrion, see how that plays out. I don't think you're gonna like it. I don't think you're gonna turn out how you think it is. Anyway, more venting, or just carry on that. Yeah, I don't want to make that section, because already from that profile there, that is a nice height. If I bring that angle up there, I think it's going to make it look too chonk. So I think what I'm going to need to do is just like thin block it. I put like a kill it off straight away, if you know what I mean. So welcome along, guys. If you're just joining us, building in Reforged Galaxy 2.0 is available on the workshop. If you're over on YouTube, there is a link to the Steam page where you can actually get a copy of Reforged Galaxy 2.0 and start building today if you want to, and figure out how the hell Vermilion has ruined all your ships. There you go. Say that because I'm pretty sure Vermilion's still in the chat. It's just my way of messing with him. I've got to mess with him. He messes with me enough, so, you know. I'm going to get my own back somehow, right? But I'm building an SV at the moment. I decided to build an SV around two honking great big Vulcan cannons that are part of Reforged Galaxy 2.0. You can see these beautiful beasts here, and once I've sort of finished the outer hull here, we'll take this thing for a spin. And I'll be able to show you exactly what these stupid guns can do. They are fantastic, to say the least. They are a little bit... They make eye giddy, basically. You make me go, woohoo! Tingles. You made use of this morning's patch for Control-A copy-paste? No, we're not needed to do that yet. Which is better, Space Engineers or Empyrion? Empyrion. I don't even need to think about it. Space Engineers is a better simulation, Empyrion is a better game. I want to play a game, basically. That's what it boils down to. Yeah. Right. So, pretty much build that. I could probably add a bit more ammunition capacity down there, couldn't I? Let's increase these boxes. I would also like to add a couple of standard cargo boxes down here as well. I think that would be useful. Basically, just again for things that don't take up a lot of volume, but take up a slot. You know, there's also an extra slot there. I'll leave that there for any potential upgrades that we can add in. And so normal cargo boxes. These guys here. A decent amount. Volume 250. 250. Hit point 750. Hit points 400. Hit points 400. This guy got the most hit points. 250 liters. There we go. There's something in there that you can store some stuff into. We can add a fridge. Where can we hide a fridge somewhere in here? Front here. It won't be accessible, but you can Wi-Fi it. It's fine. I like to think that I can make it all accessible from outside the ship, but I can't. Not with this thing. It's too, like, precise, if you know what I mean. It's too precise. Okay, so there's an empty slot there as well. We've got 2 passenger seats on here. It would be good to get a trauma station on, armor locker, and O2 stations. They will need to be accessible from the outside if we do them. Which was what I was kind of exploring at the back here. Really difficult to do well and subtly, so that they kind of blend in, you know, to the ship. So if I was to say accessible from the back here, between the thrusters, not good. Dumb question, but how do I do creative with the Reforged Eden blocks? Start a normal game of Reforged Eden, just set the mode to creative instead of survival. Yeah, select the scenario, Reforged Eden, and then where you set the name of the game and all those stuff, you can change it from survival to creative. New ship Udis, hey Merlin. You can still build in survival in single player, use console command, then GM and IM, and you have access to all the blocks. You can also, if you do start a survival game, you can use the console command CM for change mode to change it from survival to creative, even though you started a survival game. Okay, I'll figure out how to get these accessible, but as your head is going to be about there, I figure adding a shutter there, and then yeah, just open them manually basically, and you're in. I have to be careful now to make sure that it is accessible. Could in theory put the fridge, there, and then actually you could access that sideways, but you can access it. Fridge. Had it a second ago. I've lost it now. There it is at the top. The O2 station armor locker is there. Now the only other thing is the trauma station, and I'm not sure. Oh, we should have the CPU for that. If I add the trauma station in, sacrifice that block there. There, can you access that from? Yeah, you can. If you stood here, you can get armor locker, bridge, and trauma station, all from one shutter door. Nice. Pretty good. But that is going to require some thin blocks, isn't it? Which shouldn't, but may interfere with docking. Just trying to think, is there another way I could have done this? It's that damn armor lock. It's a pain in the bum. It's a pain in the bum, guys. It's a pain in the bum. I don't think so. I think we're just going to have to thin block that up. Don't forget to put ammo locker on the outside for a little bit more boom. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. He's not wrong. Alright, we'll do that. We'll use some half blocks here. Most attractive buttocks, but it will do, and we'll figure out the rest to make it as attractive as possible. It's a glass machine gun. Oh, it is. Yeah. No, not wrong. Absolutely not wrong. Yeah, it sucks a bit, but I much prefer those there. They're kind of built into the sort of shaping there. It kind of looks better. But these are just sort of stuck in a flat bit of hull. They look a bit meh. I mean, this is all flat at the moment, just as a placeholder right now, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? How do we terminate this build? Turbidate. Right, let's start sloping it down. See what happens when we throw some blocks down and see where they land. The thing is with these jet engines is like they're quite a nice asset. I usually like to have them sort of exposed in a lot of ways. I'm wondering about actually moving them to the outside here and then just doing a couple of like really thin blocks around to just sort of bolt them to the ship, as it were, you know. We'll try that. We'll try ion mediums. If I was to do this like that, right? Take those out. Hey, that gives us like a fairly tidy chunk of room all of a sudden. Some fake thruster glow. Yeah, maybe. Plastic at this point, really. Deco blocks like this. Hold on to them like that, basically. At this point, I may take this whole section in, then back out again, maybe. Oh, maybe want to keep that one there. Did you finish Bladed's Carrier? No. No, I haven't finished Bladed's Carrier, unfortunately. Still sat there waiting for final touches. Yeah. Need to get back on that. But then somebody released Reforged Galaxy 2.0 freaking creative session, so I was just like, ah, God, what am I going to do? So basically, hashtag blame Vermilion. staring at this right now, going like, what the hell do I do? I'm surprised you're not using inspiration from the ships of Everspace 2. The bomber was cool. The bomber was cool, in fairness. Well, the reason I'm not is because it's really... I mean, you can take inspiration from anywhere. I mean, you know, there's inspiration here from the ship in Spaceborne with the downward kind of slanting wings. But the reason I didn't want to do that directly is because I wanted to build it essentially around these Vulcan cannons. And let the rest of the ship kind of fall in place around that, if you know what I mean. So this is very much a Frankenstein's kind of monster build at this point. It really is. But that is clearly not working for me. About whether to just like bring this out really far, like out there. That would look kind of cool. Looks like a marquee raider from DS9. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Put it on the workshop, let people try and finish it, and you choose a winner. That's a nice. That's kind of cool idea. I do that with another build. Give them a frame. Like a really textured, nicely textured frame or something, you know? You did, Nocturne, yeah, you did. It wasn't that I wasn't listening to you. It was that I was trying to figure out how to fit them in and where to put them. It was a good idea. Almost presents a beautiful opportunity to put an O2 station and stuff in the sides there, doesn't it? And then I could reserve this space for the fridge and the trauma station. And then I won't need to go under the landing gears. So that kind of worked out quite nicely. Nope, wrong button. Oh. Let's do this in hardened steel, shall we? Pipes. Pipes. Yes, pipes. Yep. Had to be done. Had to be done. Cannot have one of my builds with no pipes. I mean, what is this? Eh? That's pretty cool. I quite like that. Buildin Sponge, one of these Vindicators from Hyperspace 2. Those things were chunky boys, weren't they? Division pipers are needed. No, a completely original build. Although I have taken some inspiration from Spaceborne 2, actually, with the sort of downward-facing wing-style things of my ship in Spaceborne 2. Everspace 2, I need to get a little bit more familiar with the ships on Everspace 2, I've got to be honest. I don't think I could recreate one in Empyrion off of memory right now. Probably have to need a picture right there, but I don't necessarily like recreating ships that much, really. I'm sure take inspiration from them, but recreating them completely, not a big fan of that. Gotta be honest. Right, let's just blank this off a second. But we've got a very flat belly and we've got a very flat top, which is fine because that does give us opportunities to add things like radar dishes, greebling, and whatnot. This would be a placeholder for a long-range radar, for example. We could add turret on there as well. Light laser turrets. Look at those. I mean, we don't have the CPU for this, but as an example, we can add turrets. That would be sat on the ground, but technically that is valid placement. Yeah, we can definitely add turrets on there. Once we get the CPU, I suppose, for it. In terms of that, I guess I might need to do a little bit of kind of planning to some extent, I suppose, for where someone is actually supposed to put the CPU extender blocks in this thing. There we go, under the cockpit, right at the front of the ship. Under the cockpit. That is actually not a bad idea. One of the things I quite like doing is putting the core right at the front. You know, it sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? But if you lose the cockpit on this ship, you've lost the ship. If you put the core right behind the cockpit, or underneath it, or somewhere around this place, then as soon as the core is gone, the ship stops taking fire. In theory, if it stops taking fire quick enough, you could save the much more expensive rear end of the ship from it going explodey, right? And save yourself a lot of pain and suffering, potentially. So the cockpit has 12,000 hit points, so it's a pretty decent amount. So let's do this a second. I'm going to take the core, take it out over there, take the detector off of there, put the core there, and put the detector where the core was, right? Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to just chuck another line of hardened steel underneath it, like that. And I suppose this space could be used for bloody anything you want, really, but I would not put quantums there. I would not put quantums there. That would be bad. Yes. I wouldn't put quantums anywhere in this ship, to be honest. There is no safe places for it. There's a little bit of room inside these little tail fins. Like around here. We'll probably ditch that block there. And there you go. There's your quantum storage. I suppose. Yeah. Getting in there is not straightforward. I would probably add in, say, that didn't really work. Add in a shutter door. You could slot them in there, maybe. That's nice and easy. Simple case of shutter door there. Change that block out for an angle buoy, like that. Right. When you open that, you got a nice little base for upgrades. Whatever you want. Everyone loves a good supernova now and again. Yeah, yeah. I did put in O2 station. So O2 station armor lockers are now in between the wing shields, whatever you want to call them, wind tails. Very nice. Quite like that. I think that looks cool. So yeah, now we got to Huller. Now I'll do something with the top and the bottom here. I mean, I don't want to do too much with the top and the bottom because the flat space, like I said before, is great for turrets, right? But a bit of block variety up there and underneath would be good, especially around these thrusters. They definitely need some kind of, like, you know, block work of some kind. Yeah, and there's lots we can do to the bottom of a ship. That's no problem. Lots we can do there. Okay. Let's put some freaking ammo in this thing. Alright, so we are 180 under CPU. 180 under, guys. How did that happen? I didn't even know. That's amazing. Right, so it takes 173mm HE rounds Oops. What was it again? 173. I had 37 in my head, but 73. There we go. And have a little look at that. So that is way over the storage amount of that. We got another one of those, and that is. Yeah, okay. So about 3,000 rounds. That doesn't sound like a lot, not for something like the Vulcan turret, which fires like crazy fast. We'll see how we go. Okay. Alright. Flying. We're pretty good. I mean... Give her a cheeky reload. He feels a bit sluggish, I'll be honest. The pitch is really good. The roll is okay. Ideally, this should be a ground-based. Well, that's one reload. Still reloading. Oh. Here we go. What about 200 rounds of reload? Yeah, it needs to replace that sound with the A10 brr. Yeah, it needs more chunk, doesn't it? There's another reload. Do a cheeky little inspection of the hull here. Don't expect much damage, but I mean there's damage all over it. You can see the hull rippling. But let's see, what does it do? Sustained fire against one of these turrets. This guy has got 34,000 hit points. Okay. So full 200 mil rounds, 2 cannons. It did. So basically a whole reload per turret. It's a heavy Vulcan cannon, but do you know what this thing would be really good at is ground-based targets where you got Xerax forces on the ground as well. You could just absolutely dacker. Okay, that wasn't a whole reload to kill that one. Nice long reload on that. There's lots of explosions. It's quite satisfying just to like unleash. The chain explosions of this thing are pretty fun. Now, if any of us shooting back at you, I know, right? Yeah, well, if it's shooting back at me, I'd be doing what I was doing at the beginning. Through the glass. Not that that helps you very much on a Sunnet, to be honest. On a Sunnet, you need to be shooting the belly. around about there. I don't think Vermilion's put a nice little sign there for us. Yeah, that's actually eaten through that hull reasonably quickly. Look at that. Oh, maybe I had it wrong. A little bit back from that, isn't it? There you go. There you go. Actually, it's quite good at eating through hull blocks. I mean, I think the belly of the Senate is just steel. So it's not a huge amount of armor there, but you come against shields, you might have a problem because well, I knocked off 2% of shields there on that Periat reasonably quickly. Bear in mind, this is a more kinetic, hull-based kind of weapon. One reload takes about 11% off. Then pop down to a planet. How much can medium Vulcans hold in a magazine? Well, I don't think it's medium Vulcans. They are medium Gatlings at that point, I think. Plasmas. Yeah, they're just medium Gatling cannon. So they basically, the mediums are half of a heavy. So to do the equivalent of a heavy, you'd need 2 mediums, which cost the same as 1 heavy. Basically, is the way that Vermilion's done it. So lights are half of a medium, mediums are half of a heavy, and heavies are heavy. The only problem with these fixed weapons is you can only fire one at a time. It would be great if you could alpha strike. It would be lovely. Because then you really could have, you have your 2 heavies, you have your 4 mediums, and you have your 8 lights or whatever, and you just go brrr. And then that would be awesome. But as it is, you got 2 Vulcan turrets, Vulcan cannons. Yeah, remove the reload. I like that. I just want, like, a party of Xerax on the ground, right? You know how they do. You know how they do. And you just go, hi. What's that? You're dead? Ah, well. Circle of death. Hang on. Oh, hi! Yay! And bear in mind as well, those 3,000 rounds that I had to begin with, they're almost all gone. Oh, okay. Let's try Rados. Yeah, belts of 5,000 or 200, yeah. I agree. Right, let's do Rados. I don't know. refinery. Yeah. Oh my god, is that? Hang on, let's get a. There's gotta be like a R2 or something. RG2? Did he prefix them? Can't remember. Large. RE2? Damn it. I don't know what he fixed them as. What one of the 0x POIs that he's done. I don't bloody remember any of the names. I showed them off in one of my episodes as well. Still can't remember. R2, there you are, R2. Right, there we go. R2. Here we go. Right, drone ball. That'll do. Something to shoot at. Don't you dare crash on me. There we go. Range is about 241 meters. Apparently that's in range. Two-thirds of a reload. Firing a load of mini grenades at your target. Doesn't help if you're late on the lineup. Oh, I've overshot that a lot, haven't I? Trying to do something fancy. Fuck it up. And then hit the ground. GG. What's going on? Oh my god, there's a lot going on. So if you were to use this as a hit and strike craft, you're going to be here a while. Still reloading, still reloading, still reloading. Damn it. Good piloting. How is the circle strafe? Let's try the circle strafe, shall we? Circle strafe should be reasonably good. Problem with the circle strafe is keeping that friggin' crosshair on the target. Needs more side thrust to make it a circle strafe for gunship, right? Using boost to augment the speed, but out of ammo. Why is there light coming through my window? Is it daylight? I mean, it's an area suppressing kind of weapon. I'm not sure I hit much of the turret there, to be honest. Yeah, trying to do that and keep the crosshair on the target is as you can see, not especially easy. Whoa, boy. Hey, we got it. Meanwhile, we've been destroyed 18 times over by automated turrets. Right. I'm going to try something. First of all, we're going to pop out. Spawn another one of these bases in. Lag. Spike. There we go. Okay. What we're going to do... Ooh. Is the Vulcans are fun, but they ain't effective. We're going to try railguns. As you can see, the railguns are completely different size as well. Is that the heavy railguns? Is that really the heavy railguns? Bloody is as well. Hyper laser, plasma, bomb launchers and stuff. These are mediums and lights. There isn't a heavy rocket launcher. They're all mediums, the rocket launchers. We're going to try 2 heavy railguns. Okay, let's see how these feel in comparison. Now these guys take heavy railgun projectile. That makes perfect sense. Heavy. Heavy railgun projectile. There we go. Good on that. How much does that send us over capacity? Not even slightly over capacity over there. Okay. Not even slightly over weight capacity with the heavy railguns. Interesting. 2,000 heavy railgun rounds. Alright, so this guy has a range of 264 meters. And one-shot nature of it. It's taking a lot more hits than I thought it would, actually, to take that one turret down. There it goes. Nice explosion effect on that as well. There it goes. There one goes. The railguns shoot through blocks. So you get a lot of damage through the block as well. Is this guy taking any damage yet? No, he hasn't. Okay. The railguns far more effective. Like, ridiculously more effective. Yeah, that makes the Vulcan cannons look kind of just like useless, really, don't they? Okay. Plasmas then. Plasmy. You know, the fact that the plasmas have got some great looking plasma. What? 85 megajoule plasma shell. Okie dokie. 85 plasma shell. And that sends us a little bit over. So we can actually fit crap load of plasma cells in there. Probably a good well, another 3,000 in fairness, but the fire rate is so much lower than it is on a Vulcan. The 3,000 plasma shots compared to 3,000 Vulcan shots is just no comparison. So I think I need to be telling Vermilion that the Vulcan turrets need a huge ammunition boost. Their ammunition needs to be a hell of a lot lighter. The stacks needs to be way more. And, yeah, it needs more rounds per reload. And there goes the turret. That felt even less than railguns. Is that just me? That was less than railguns. So, what? Plasmas win again? Plasmas win again. Plazzies are back. Time for Reaver's fake comeback. Nice. Hell yeah. Well, sorry, excuse me. I really want the Vulcan turrets to be useful, but the Vulcan cannons, sorry, to be useful, but they're not. In the current setup, they're not. They need higher magazine capacity and lighter weight ammunition. Magazine capacity should be way more than 100, like 500 maybe. And I need to be able to carry 10,000 rounds in equivalent base. The other turrets are just incredibly more effective because there's slower rate of fire. Those 3,000 rounds, they do so much more damage. Overall, they're also the slow single shot allows you to really line up targets per shot, maximizing your damage. With the Vulcan turret's rapid fire, your shots are all over the place. It's definitely more fun. Practically, however, the Vulcans ain't gonna do it. Either add the ammunition and the reload and stuff, like I say, or make them a hell of a lot cheaper on CPU, so that you can have the heavy weapons, but you can also have turrets to augment them. And I don't think he's going to do that because he wants everything to be the balanced. Well, yeah. Oh, I've already got the ammunition. These things are just absolute DACA machines. I mean, they look great, and the explosions they do on the ground are great. But just that spread, unless I sit still, which you can't really do when you're receiving fire, you know. Yeah, I'd breached the base by this time with the plazas. I'd already gone through 2 layers of the bloody floor, I think. And that was before I even reloaded once. Oh, I finally breached. Christ, come on. Stabilize. Stabilize. Another reload. I'm trying to. Well, the reason I'm spinning the ship the way I am is I'm trying to simulate like real world situation where you're flying your SV, you're trying to maneuver and shoot. If I was just a stationary target with a crap load of shields, then I might just sit there and take the fire while I unload these Vulcans, but no, realistically that is not what happens. Make them homing where the first bullet went to. Nah. He's like, shoot the turret once and then fly away. Oops. I crashed. I think medium plasmas would be more effective than these Vulcans. Want to make a mess of things? Use a Vulcan. Finally got it. Almost used all my ammunition doing it. In fairness, the Vulcan ammunition might be a hell of a lot cheaper than the plasma ammunition. I'm not sure what they make, or what makes them at the moment. But yeah, we need a lot more rounds per magazine. We need a lot lighter ammunition. The fact that, you know, we're filling up a standard sort of sized ammo box with only 4 reloads worth of ammo. Heavy Vulcan would be better as a turret. Yeah. And I think with Project Eden side of things, the Vulcan turret will be an option, in fairness. So you've still got the medium Gatling turrets, I suppose. But yeah, I suspect a bomb launcher would probably make quicker work of everything. Spawn in another one. Are they bombs that I've got a heavy railgun rounds? Where are the bomb launchers? There they are. They fit nicely on the wings there, don't they? They're very nicely on the wings. What if we were to have a couple of medium plazzies? Yeah, medium plazzies. or rocket pods. Pod launchers. Map them there. Oh, I've already got medium. I've already got the 4. That's the 4 medium weapons, isn't it? Never mind. Okay. Give me some light plasma like cannons then. Oh, that's the Vulcans. Light plasma. There we go. Hey, diddly, and they're diddly. Diddly little guys. Randomly. Right, let's get some bombs. What was it? The Mark 122 bombs and the 25 megajoule plasmas. Bomb. 25 megajoule plasmas. We've just got 4 medium weapons here. Way too many bombs. There we go. There's enough bombs and plasma to probably keep me occupied for a little while. Now the bombs are a little tricky to get the hang of, but look at that reload. That's done. They're ready. So you got to sort of aim kind of above those coming in, approach. And if you want to hit a static target, like those turrets, that's going to take a little bit of trial and error, I suspect. Yep. Unless you get point blank, I suppose. We could try a full, proper little bombing run. Unless you do a proper Stuka dive kind of thing. And do that sort of thing. What is the CPU of these 4? Yeah, about the same. So about 100 and something under. Oh shit, I was lining up on the wrong base. Now I'll have that. Yeah, tricky. Yeah, tricky to get the hang of these things, I tell you. Wrong base. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, you just sort of aim just slightly above it as you approach, kind of thing. Ooh. Problem with where I've got my bombs on the outside is they're hitting either side of the target rather than on the target. But if I release them a little bit earlier, how much travel do they get? Oh, not a huge amount of travel in fairness. I haven't practiced very much with these bombs, but let me see. Boost. Oh, I'm not still reloading. Damn it. 400 meters out. Boost. And that lands. Oh, it didn't even go off. What the hell? Do they just despawn if they fall out of range? The range is 0 meters, though. What about a vertical strike? Does that work? Oh, just short. Okay. So, yeah, that's the thing with the bombs, I suppose. Unless you get lots of practice with them and you absolutely nail the technique down, distances and things like that, you spend half your time figuring out where the heck you got to hit the damn thing. Oh, that sounded like it did some juicy damage. Hang on then. Different approach. Oh, damn. I didn't even know where that hit, but I was more concentrated on not hitting the ground. And flip. That did something. That did something. It took off the base outlook. Look at that. That's the thing with bombs. Just freaking level the area. I can have up to 4 of these bomb launchers. I've only got 2. And that one. Deliver. On the win pop. Problem with this is obviously you want the loot, you ain't gonna have it. You are opting to destroy it. Oop. Where you driving? Use the Swartz, Sponge. Great shot, kid. There's one in a million. And flop. Oh, I think I overshot those ones. I wanted to get them into the very narrow 2 meter wide. There it is. You see that little gap right there? You see that little gap? That's the exhaust port right there. That is. We've got to try and get my bombs in the exhaust port. Right. Come in from space atmo overhead, straight down suicide type diode. Just keep unloading bombs and you have them. That's, yeah. Well. Got this. I got this. Too high. Just impacted off the surface. Damn. Coming around for another pass. One brat targeting mode needed. Okay, cockpit mode. Now we're serious. Oh, just short. Did a number on the bastard though. Anyway, right. So, bombs, tricky. Tricky, but they do a lot of damage in a very imprecise way. I suppose a bit like the Vulcan, but you're not spending all day reloading, I guess, I don't know. Now the plasmas, these are the light plasmas. So 4 of these puppers. They should be much like the kind of plasmas that we're used to at the moment, really. Maybe a little bit less damage from them. There goes a turret. So, for all the power of heavy weapons, you have the equivalent power, I suppose, of 1 heavy weapon in 4 lights. Well, you should have anyway, at least. It depends what you want to do, I suppose. I could have the heavy Vulcans. If I had the CPU to also have four lights, then I could keep Medaka for mopping up ground targets or just generally having fun, and I could use the lights for precision work. Turret is still alive. There he goes. Took a lot longer than the first time. Maybe the first one was already damaged by the bombs. There are bombs away. They are really slow traveling bombs. What are they on? Only one of them fired as well. Still didn't kill that core. Still didn't kill that bloody core. There we go. Got it. Finally. Only took all my bombs. So, in conclusion, Vulcan turrets, Vulcan cannons, I should say, fun, but kind of useless. Heavy plasmas, very good. Very, very good. Probably the weapon of choice, I would say, at this point. Bombs, silly fun. Very destructive. Torpedoes, can only use them in space. Extremely destructive and difficult to use. With a weapon of choice, the heavy plasmas. I am not 100% sure about the way that Vermilion is laid these weapons out with the balancing and stuff like that. Based on what I find trying to actually target a POI and take it down effectively and efficiently. It's the same with the CV when we were experimenting with that. Plasmas seem to be the most effective for a fire and maneuver setup. So, and trying to get in his mind, what is in his mind is the approach. How would you fight? The Vulcan cannons seem to be effective only if you can maintain position and maintain fire consistently on the target until you kill it, breach it, whatever. Well, that would require a vessel with considerable amounts of shielding or armor, which just, you know, isn't really practical in the CPU limitations, really. That's probably put us well over CPU. Yeah, it has. Yeah, I don't know, really. Yeah. I guess the bombs are good for defense towers when you don't really need to worry about loot. Yeah. Plasma should have a slightly increase in fire rate, but a slower reload. Railguns should have increased damage, but slower reload. What is the penetration on railguns? I think it's 3 blocks. So the heavies, to actually say, "25% impact damage versus armor blocks. Catastrophic hull damage." If you want to get through blocks, the railgun is your guy. No impact damage by plasmas, but they do 25% blast damage versus armor blocks and 20% radius damage. I think what I found with the plasmas is that they just freaking eat through everything because of that splash. So even though the railguns, in fairness to the railguns though, they really messed up the freaking blocks around. Which one was it we were targeting with the railguns? Was it this one? I think it was this one. It really messed up the blocks around the turrets we were shooting. So they do penetrate, I suppose, if you know exactly where to shoot. You know, say like on a Sunnet in the belly, you could bore through with a railgun with some very precise shooting. The same with POIs. They will bore through quite nicely. But you have to remain very still to do that. Align your shot up perfectly. Fire. With how many shields do I have? 5,000 shields? Most POIs with weapons that fire back. That's dodgy. And then the other ones that have shields as well, you need something in order to take those shields down in the first place. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not really going to know until we actually start fighting. But based on what I've seen today, Plazzies. Whether he's designed them to be effective against blocks or not, they seem to just be effective. They are just effective. Liquefied megajoule plasma rounds. They are just effective. I mean, there's a fairly undamaged side of this base here. That splash is just... The great thing about splash damage is you don't have to be so precise. The likelihood that you're going to be hitting the same block over and over again, say like with a railgun, to get through it, when you're firing and maneuvering, you have to be damn good pilot to do that. With plasmas, you can just hit the rough area, and you know that all the blocks in that area are going to take damage. I mean, that just melted through the back of that so quickly. Plasmas. Plazzies! They win again. I think the Vulcan turret might be useful on a tank, you know, because when you're on a tank, you're sort of dealing with those ground forces, and they're really annoying. But you can get a Vulcan turret which actually does, like, ground explosion damage. Clear the way, you know, plow the field. Done. But precision work, like with what you do with an SV, nah. Need something slower firing, like the railguns, like the plasmas, hell, the rockets. That's when they come into their own. Okay. Well, still, although we didn't get the absolute monster Vulcan machine that we initially set out to create, I have a machine here that is quite flexible in a variety of different weapon loadouts. And it's pretty good, if I may say so myself. It maneuvers quite nicely. I think it could be improved maneuverability-wise if I could upgrade the ions to plasmas and stuff. We'd get a lot more power out of the sideways thrusters, especially. Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, I think that's quite cool. I hope you've enjoyed the building and the chilling and the blowing of stuff up today, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thank you very much for joining me today. It is always a pleasure to build and hang out with you guys. I don't know what to call this damn thing, so... At the moment, I'm just saving my builds as RG2 something or others, you know? But thank you very much for joining me again. Thank you for all the follows. If I've not said thank you for the follows, thank you very much for following. Thank you for the subs. And the raids today, the script, big shout out to you, buddy. Still around. And thank you for all the, you know, everything in between. The memberships and stuff. Always appreciated. But I gotta go now. I gotta go. RG2 SV Roto Hype. There we go. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday for more Empyrion with the crew. Hopefully, unless somebody has to not be there again. But yeah, more Empyrion on Friday, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I'll see you on YouTube as always. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Thank you so much again. Always a pleasure, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.